Hey everybody, so my name is LaPretty and I'm a Dominican Voodoo Spiritualist. So today I'm going to be talking about the importance of tobacco in spiritism, in Santeria, and in voodoo. So a lot of you all have probably seen people who are espiritistas, santeros, santeras, or mambos or hugans that have used a cigar when it comes to cleanses, when it comes to healings, or even when it comes to like doing spiritual work, they use a cigar. The cigar, I want to say, is one of the oldest methods of cleansing that is used in the Caribbean. So, if you're practicing like an African traditional religion, whether it be Espiritismo, whether it be Santeria, whether it be voodoo, the many different sects of voodoo, whether it be Palo Mayombe, you're going to see the tobacco. You're going to see the use of tobacco. The reason why tobacco is so important is because tobacco has power. Tobacco is known for breaking up negativity. It's known for breaking up evil spirits, breaking up evil energy, and it's good to use as an incense. And when I say using it as an incense, I don't mean that you should just burn it until you turn it into charcoal and it just fumes up the place, because at the end of the day, this is still tobacco. And you still have to be mindful of secondhand smoke, lung cancer, and so on and so forth. But when it comes to the use of tobacco in the Caribbean, especially in many different African traditional religions as well as Caribbean folk religions, the tobacco is used as a cleansing agent. So, for example, if you are somebody who is filled with like a lot of negativity, a lot of negative energy, you're just sluggish, you feel as though you have a spirit or an energy on you, or you just need like a refresh, cigar smoke would be good to allow a cleansed person or a pure person to blow on you. Like, I know, like, when it comes to spirituality, a lot of times we make it seem as though people can do anything and anybody can do anything, but I disagree. Because a lot of times in the African traditional religions, the main people who blow tobacco smoke on people as a way of doing a smoke cleanse, or they use tobacco smoke to cleanse candles, or to cleanse their feet, their hands, or to cleanse tarot cards, or whatever reading agent they're using. The person is either a priest or high priestess, or there's somebody that's initiated. And the reason why I say it's important for people who are initiated or a person of high authority to use this as a cleansing agent is because their spirit is cleansed, their spirit is consecrated, and their spirit is pure. Now, I know everybody's not perfect, everybody's not going to dot every I, cross every T, but people who fit that criteria or that background, they are spiritually licensed to do it. Because the thing is like you guys know, especially if you grew up in church, you've always heard the saying, don't let everybody pray over you. Don't let everybody lay hands on you. Don't let everybody speak a word to you or over you or prophesy to you. It's the same thing in spirituality, especially in the African traditional religions. You should not go to everybody for readings. You should not go to everybody for cleanses. You should not go to everybody for spiritual work or even divinations. The reason why I say this is because people who are initiated in the African traditional religions, we're very good at duality. Like, Caribbean culture is mixed already, so we have that duality of being a person of Caribbean descent, but also being black, Indian, Spanish, whatever else we are, and we know how to blend those things together to work for a said purpose. The same thing goes for the African traditional religions. People in church believe that there is only one God and one master, but I've even said this on my channel. When you believe in the African traditional religions, you serve more than one master. And you guys already know that when it comes to Santeria, well, I'll stick to Santeria, but when it comes to Santeria and Haitian voodoo and Dominican voodoo, we use the Bible. We call on God. We call God Bondi. We believe in the Holy Spirit, and we believe in the Son, who's Jesus Christ. But we also believe in the Loas and the Orishas and the Mysterios, which means that we know how to call on God, but we know how to call on our voodoo spirits as well. We know how to call on God, but we know how to call on the Orishas as well. We know how to call on the saints, but we know how to call on the Loas and the Mysterios or the Orishas while we're calling on the saints. So I say that to say this is that be careful of people who are dual. Be careful of people who have mastered duality, because a person can be cursing you while praying for you. A person can be crossing you while blowing smoke on you to cleanse you. A person can vex you or hex you or cross you up while they're divining for you. Because you may be hearing Aboru, Aboye, or Alafia, or Aibobo, Bilolo, or Gracias, Misericordia. But this person can be saying, I wish nothing but the worst for you. I cross you, I demonize you, and I curse you in the name of the Loa. And people know how to say it in their spirit and not out loud. Because we all know, like, especially if you're initiated in the religions, you know how, like, what's seen on the outside is not always what's felt on the inside. So that's why it's important to be mindful of who you go to when it comes to spiritual cleanses or when it comes to divinations, readings, and cleanses. So when it comes to the tobacco is a very important agent in African traditional religions. The reason why tobacco is used for cleanses is because of its potency. And one thing you'll notice is that a lot of spirits or lawals use tobacco as a way of an offering or as a way of communicating with them. A lot of, excuse me, a lot of mediums, people who connect with the dead, especially if they're in the African traditional religion or Caribbean folk religion, they will use tobacco smoke. Tobacco smoke is used to not only to cleanse the air, but it's also used to connect with the dead, because there's duality when it comes to tobacco. Tobacco cleanses evil, but it also welcomes in the positive energies and the positive spirits that a person needs to connect to. So a medium could have a cigar burning with a candle and with a glass of water, mainly because they're bringing in balance, but they're neutralizing the energy so that those spirits can come through when they're talking to a person's ancestors. Another thing about tobacco is a lot of the black spirits, and what I mean by black, the spirits of African descent, will usually use black coffee as an offering, rum, or tobacco. Mainly because it's straightforward, it's straight through. If you've ever drunken Bacardi, flavored and unflavored, it's spicy, it's strong. Like sometimes even when you hold it in your mouth to like spray, it can be so like tantalizing you'll just swallow it because you're like, this is burning my mouth, I can't hold it. Or like with tobacco, tobacco is very pungent. So some when some people smoke cigars, I get the good stuff, so my stuff don't stink. But sometimes when people be burning cigars, it can smell or it's something you want to hurry up and get over. But if you get like a good cigar like mine, they usually smell like chocolate, or they smell like coffee, or they smell like something that's edible. And the kind of cigars that I get are usually the HD Palmer Greens. Those usually smell good. You get those in the smoke shops, or you get like the Cuban cigars, and they're not really expensive. Like I know back in the day, like a lot of high class cigars used to be like really, really expensive. Some of them still are. But stuff now is so mass produced and varied. You can find good stuff for cheap prices. This Cuban cigar was only like $8 at the smoke shop. And then you have a lot of other botanicas that have like specialized cigars. You can get like a big pack for like $30, or you can get like a small pack for like 10 or 15. But yeah, but cigars are not that expensive. So if you get a good one like this, it'll last you. One thing I'll say about tobacco is that if you offer a spirit tobacco, now for me, I use this to greet my spirits. But if I use this as an offering, I'm giving the whole thing to them. Because there's a difference between cleansing the air and offering them the smoke. And there's a difference between an offering. So an offering is something that you give to a spirit that you lay on the altar and leave it there. But opening up the energy and offering like the scent or like the smoke of tobacco, this is something you can use over and over again. Because this is a good size cigar, and I don't want to just give this away. They had to buy another one. But like when it comes to my like Ilegua and Santa Martha, and Santa Martha, I let her keep these cigars because she likes cigars, and Ilegua, and then you have like a lot of the other um, black spirits like Azuli Dantor likes cigarettes. She's not a cigar woman. Santa Marta likes cigars. Um, La Madama, she likes cigars. Um, Mama Francisca and Papa Francisco, they like cigars. The Ogus, like Ogun Balindio, he likes the cigar. Um, the Congo spirits, they like cigars. Um, Felipe Negro, he likes a cigar. So when it comes to a lot, oh, and Papa Candelo Sedife, he likes a cigar as well. So when it comes to a lot of the black spirits or the spirits of African descent, a lot of them like the cigar, and it's mainly because it's strong, it's powerful, and it's straightforward. Like this will cut through any stagnancy, any deviances, any blockages, or anything like that. And so when you burn this and give it to a spirit who likes a cigar, the message is going to cut right through. It's going to be straightforward. Um, Another thing that I want to say about the cigar is that cigars are used for cleansing, for purifying, and offerings, but cigars are really good to use as far as like mediumship, as far as offerings, as far as road opener work. Like if you want to break through any like blockages or break through any like hexes or curses or anything like that, tobacco is good to use. Mm. And those are pretty much the only things that I could think of as far as tobacco. Now, I don't want to give up this secret because I don't want anybody trying this because when it comes to black magic, I don't like teaching black magic at all. And a lot of times I don't like even telling people how to do black magic with certain things, but just be mindful, like I said in the beginning of this video, with duality because a person who has the perfect gift of duality, they can curse at the same time as bless. So I say that to say this is that the cigar can be used for both good and it can be used for both bad. And that's all I'm going to say about that. So yeah, so when it comes to tobacco and cigars, cigars are really good to use if you want to cleanse, if you want to purify, if you want to connect, but it's also good to use as an offering. The spirits who enjoy cigars as offerings is Ilegua, and you have Santa Marta, la Dominadora. You have La Madama, Papa Francisco, Mama Francisca. You have the Congo spirits, as well as La Madama, and then Ogumba Lendio, and so on and so forth. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope I didn't babble too much. I try my best, but y'all know I am. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, love, comment, and please subscribe. But also remember to book with me. I will be putting my number in the description box as well as my website. Have a good day.